Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. 7 Filipinos in Israel remain unaccounted for and are feared to have been taken by militant group Hamas. The Filipinos could not be contacted by phone or through their social media accounts. The Philippine Embassy in Israel said it's working non-stop with security authorities and community contacts. At least 22 Filipinos have been rescued and transferred to safer areas or housed in hotels. According to records of Israel's population and immigration, there are about 30,000 Filipinos in the country. The conflict erupted over the weekend between Israel and Hamas, killing over 1,000 already. The Filipino community in Israel is facing challenges amid the conflict between Tel Aviv and Hamas. Community leader Mark Pleños told a big story that the southern part of Israel is particularly dangerous. But up in Tel Aviv, residents are taking precautions by seeking refuge in bomb shelters. Pleños also mentioned that they are in constant communication with the Philippine Embassy in the country. Some stores also remained open, albeit with a little more precaution now. Flights to Israel have also been canceled, but the airport is open to those who wish to repatriate.
Mga sanay na rin ng mga tao dito, hindi sila nagpapakita ng takot. Sa ngayon, open po ang airport dito sa Israel. Yung mga papunta lang dito, pabalik dito, ang mga nagka-cancel. Yung may ilang nagka-cancel. Kung di man lahat nagka-cancel ng flight papunta ng Israel, marami po, mga siguro more than 50% na nag-cancel. Pero yung pauwi ng Pilipinas, open pa man po ang airport.
Meanwhile, one political analyst says Hamas's attack on Israel was not entirely unexpected. In an interview with The Big Story, political pundit Richard Heydarian explained that the attack has been brewing for some time now. He noted that Hamas must have taken advantage of Israel's distraction with its ongoing national issues like the judicial reform. The conflict also has huge geopolitical implications, given that Tel Aviv has been trying to improve its ties with Arab countries. Heydarian said now that's, quote, essentially out of the window. He also reminded that this isn't a war between two state nations, since Hamas is a non-state group. And while Israel has the right to self-defense, it must be in keeping with the theory of proportionality. This means that civilians must also be kept in mind when launching attacks.
Militant organizations like Hamas, among others, have been threatening retaliation, have been threatening, ways of getting back at Israel for their situation that the Palestinian people have been facing. So if you look at the peace process, the so-called two-state solution, it has not been going anywhere. So tensions have been building up for quite some time.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The National Irrigation Authority projects over 1 million metric tons in rice production loss due to the threat of El Niño to irrigation. Speaking to 1PH, NIA officer in charge and Deputy Administrator Josephine Salazar said the Philippines may lose some 1.4 million metric tons of palay. She said some 275,000 hectares of rice lands in regions 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, and 4B are vulnerable to the threat of the dry spell. In response, the agency started to plant crops ahead of schedule to make sure that this will not coincide with the peak of El Niño. NIA is also appealing for more funding to build solar pumps.
Umapila po kami dun sa ating Kongreso at Senado for the additional funding po natin sa NIA para po mai-push po natin yung mga solar pump immediate po doon kasi makaka-generate tayo ng around 46,000 hectares. Ito po yung mga solar area natin na bago. Hindi na po mangangailangan ng fuel or electric, but we could generate immediately.
Local pump prices down, giving motorists some relief. Effective today, October 10, gasoline prices are lower by 3 pesos and 5 centavos a liter. Kerosene, meanwhile, is cheaper by 3 pesos, while diesel is down by 2 pesos and 45 centavos a liter. This is the third straight week of rollbacks for gasoline and kerosene. The decrease is on the back of sustained interest rates. For now, the Energy Department still cannot say if the downtrend will continue next week.
So hindi tayo basta makapagsabi, napaka-volatile ng presyo man. So we just manage our expectation na kung talagang may pangyayari para bumaba ang presyo, so i-take advantage natin. Kung i-implement yung bukas na rollback, magne-net increase na lang siya ng 12.25 for gasoline, and then sa diesel, mga 11.35, ang kerosene, 5.94.
So,
yun ang net increase simula ng taon, January, hanggang bukas na adjust.
But this rollback was decided on before war broke out in the Middle East over the weekend. In response to the conflict, oil jumped more than $4 a barrel in early Asian trade on Monday. Although Israel is not a major oil producer, analysts said investors were spooked by renewed tensions in the region. In weather, a low-pressure area is expected to enter the Philippine territory in the next 24 to 48 hours. Pag-asa last spotted the LPA some 1,170 kilometers east of eastern Visayas. There's a slim chance for it to become a tropical cyclone, but the LPA may approach or cross southern Luzon and Visayas in the coming days. Meanwhile, Typhoon Bolaven was last seen 2,385 kilometers east of northeastern Mindanao. It has no direct effect and is not seen to enter PAR for now. Tropical Depression Koinu, formerly known as Jenny, is also not affecting the country. The LPA's trough is bringing rains over Mindanao, Bicol, Eastern and Central Visayas. Metro Manila and the rest of the country may also experience rains due to localized thunderstorms. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.